your long eyelashes. They're so long, pretty. Isn't it?
I need the mascara.
I have to pay for mine.
With my hearing, the higher the pitch, the harder I can hear.
Okay, right.
So if there's a deeper voice, I can hear it very well.
Right.
Which is a shame because I'm straight.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Afia.
And my name is Rajan.
And today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people have had a lot of questions about. So yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So we'll
get right into it.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Definitely. Okay. So what is it that you want to talk about and why now?
Time. Okay. We've had a lot of questions, not a lot, but like people have spotted my hearing aids, or they're asking, oh, what did he hurt himself or something?
Yeah.
I knew that obviously starting a YouTube channel, I will have to kind of disclose. So I thought better to do it early than later. But then I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to basically make it out like, oh yeah, you know, we're having the best time of our lives, and you know, we're human at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
Like I want to kind of project that, you know, not every day we're, you know, doing great.
Of course.
So I thought before I can create any other videos, I want to kind of make this video, you know. So yeah.
Okay. So what actually happened, and were you born with hearing loss?
Okay, so no, I wasn't born with the hearing loss. I could, you know, fully hear until I was about, I want to say 5, 6 or 7. And I wasn't kind of responding to family members or whatever, and they could understand why I wasn't responding or why I wasn't answering back. So then they had me checked out and then found out that I had a hearing loss, basically.
Right. Okay. And can you sign?
No, it was not something that, you know, I was kind of put into or taught how to sign, but I think it would have been irrelevant back then because nobody else could sign anyway. So who am I going to sign to?
Yeah. Okay. How did your hearing loss affect you going to school, and how did you respond?
So it was different because obviously, you know, I not only did I, like, now my hearing aids are kind of discreet.
Yeah.
Before they were kind of bulky.
Right.
And it wasn't just the bulkiness of it. I had to wear like a pouch.
Oh, right.
So I had to wear a pouch, where it got like a kind of like a transmitter.
Right.
And then it goes like a long wire connected to the back. And then the teacher would have a microphone. So then it would go straight to me.
Exactly what you're talking
about.
Right.
But the only downfall of that is then you don't hear what's going on with the students.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Because it's like, how do I put it? It's like going into like a music studio or something.
Right.
You got your headphones in.
Yeah.
And someone's talking on the mic, but you're not going to hear anybody else.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I had to wear that.
Yeah.
But then you look like an alien. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I was gonna say, how did that make you feel? Like,
I mean, so basically, I remember like I'm supposed to charge it once a week,
right,
before school or whatever, like before every weekend. But I'd purposely not charge it,
right,
to avoid wearing it and try and fit in.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, babes.
But yeah, it wasn't easy because then you're alienated.
Of course.
You're not included.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, students did not, respond very well with it. Because with that, you get the bullying, right?
Yeah. Of course, kids can be so mean.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm so sorry I had to go
Yeah,
through
it's fine.
that.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that leads me on to my next question. So did you feel that you were treated the same as everyone at school? Or
No. Because obviously you're alienated and then you get the bullying on top. So then you're trying to be normal, trying to educate at the same time as everyone.
yeah.
But I think with the hearing loss, I think I must have fallen back a year or two educationally,
Right.
but I didn't get put back. I was just carried on.
Okay.
So then on top of that, I had to play catch up.
Right. So
And-
it's,
Do you know what I mean? So like it's
Yeah.
like, so it's you're not gonna hear, you're gonna forget.
exactly.
You've gone through some sort of a trauma.
Yeah. So it wasn't addressed that, you were falling behind with your.
No, but you know what? Like I don't think because I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't. It's a difficult one because at the same time I would still kind of work hard in certain subjects or try and carry on.
Yeah.
But then if I'm trying to forget those earpieces so I don't listen to the teacher and trying to be included, then you're not learning.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Did you feel that you had supportive people around you to help you navigate through your younger years?
No, hell no. Because obviously, with the bullying, it was very severe, and then that transition to going to senior school. So that would mean what age of 12?
Yeah, from the age of 12, seniors.
To 16?
To
16,
16.
15,
Yeah,
16,
15,
16,
16,
yeah.
16.
And then that would make it, those times it was like that's when things would get worse. And then so not only are you a minority, you're going to a school where there's like white teachers.
Yeah.
So you're a minority, and then even further, you are hearing aids. And so then when you're dealing with the bullying or whatever, the teachers are not exactly supportive. They're just not supportive. They don't make you feel included. It's not that I wanted special treatment.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be taken into consideration.
Of course,
Do you know what I mean? Even when it came to like bullying, like I remember. So then it was like there was a lot of fighting happening in school, not with me, but just fighting happening in school. I avoided the fights until the final year, and then the teachers were saying, "Oh, that's it. We've had enough of all the fights. Any more fight that happens, whether small or big, you will just get suspended for a day."
Okay.
Or however long. But then that final year, I kind of, I had enough of the bullying. And so then I did stand up for myself. But then that led me to, being suspended. And then I think before getting suspended, I thought the teachers are going to figure out what to do kind of thing. Then I spoke to the head teacher. The head teacher was like, "Yeah, we're going to have to exclude you for a day or whatever." I'm like, "Look, at least you can make an exception because, this guy was bullying for a long time,
Exactly.
And the teacher was like, "No, you can't use your hearing aids as an excuse for everything." So I'm just like, what? And then, because obviously you're not, because I didn't tell anyone about anything anyway.
Right.
Nobody knew. I don't think my brother definitely didn't know. We'll probably find out after this anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just and then I remember my dad picked me up, but he just had nothing to say. He was just disappointed, not even asked. You know.
I'm just so sorry you had to go through that, because going through all that hardship at school, and then the teachers not understanding you, the children treating you bad, everyone around you. You finally stand up for yourself at school, then you get suspended, but then you go home and you're in trouble and you feel like you can't speak to any parent,
or anybody,
or anyone around you. That's
Yeah.
so difficult for a child. And how old were you at this point?
When I got suspended, I was 15.
15. Okay.
But then, there's like, it's difficult because then I wasn't wearing those kind of headset things
Right.
to kind of listen to the teacher, because I'm like, I'm being alienated. I'm going to get bullied for it even more so. So rather than listening to the teacher, I'm going to just be observant of my surroundings.
Of course.
And so then, I'm going to be on guard for anything that's going to come. So then the education, you fail your education.
100%.
Teachers fail you, school fail you.
Yeah.
And then you get left behind to kind of figure out life on your own.
It's so difficult. I can't imagine like the trauma of that and everything that you went through at that time. Because it's totally understandable how you wouldn't want to wear the hearing aid set, because obviously it blocks everybody else out, but you're on guard because of the children being being bullies. So so how did you feel your family reacted to your hearing loss?
I mean, I think with family, just like, again, I don't think, I'm not trying to say, oh, treat me any less or anything. Treat me. See, the problem with the Indian community is like, when families get together or whatever, it's like, always put your best picture forward.
Right.
So if you've lost a job, don't say you've lost a job. Just pretend you're still there.
Okay.
And, say, I'm going to try to look for another job or whatever. So what everyone is doing is putting their best image forward. And so then everyone kind of like competing.
Right.
And so not only am I going to school not feeling good enough, you go to family events and functions and still not feeling good enough. People don't make you feel like you're good enough because they're already kind of showing off.
Right.
Oh yeah, my kid this. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But obviously my parents don't know what I was going through.
Yeah.
But they're not trying to show any. It's just a weird one. That's why I don't bring you around family events or because it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna try and show whatever you want to show off and not make us feel included?
Yeah, that's.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like
it's
that you're gonna feel alienated. You're not gonna. They're just gonna make you feel like you're not good enough.
Yes, yeah.
And so it's like, I've got better things to do,
of course,
than to be around that. I can just watch TV and zone out and feel good.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally understand that. So, did you feel that your childhood was different to others because of your hearing aids?
Yeah, 100%. Because obviously I didn't have a great time at school, and people would have a great time. They have their own like cliques or whatever, their own group of people. And when you go home, I'm not saying everyone had a good going home, but it's like I didn't feel like it was going to be worse than mine.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like I hated going to school, but then I also hated going home. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and then I had obviously kind of found like a best friend at the age of 14. But that's not an odd thing because like my best friend was like a cigarette, at the age of 14 kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like the only way I can kind of escape reality is just smoking.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
just
Does having hearing loss affect your mental health?
Significantly, yeah. Like I said, it makes you feel like you're not good enough. So the schools fail you, the teachers fail you, people around you fail you, and so then you go through that whole process of never feeling good enough, and then you need to figure out life because everyone's moving on, everyone's creating a career, and so then I kind of made a point to kind of say, like, I'm not gonna let this kind of define who I am. I'll define who I am.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it's like it's just crazy because now when I look back, I'm like, how the hell did I do that on my own? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's
so strong.
whatever education failed me, didn't really get far. But it's like now I can say, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Despite everything. But still, like nowadays I still go through that, never feeling good enough. And that's one of the reasons why I want to create this video, because it's like, I know people will be able to relate to this about not feeling good enough, whether it's office manager or friends or family or someone making you feel like you're not good enough, or you might have an idea to try and do something, start something, but then people will be like, yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. And so I just kind of try to persevere and show that this is not going to define or give me that setback.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're so brave.
Thank you, babe.
You're so strong.
Thank you.
And I really admire you.
Thank you.
And I really admire you doing this video because I know how hard this is for you.
Thanks, babe.
I'm not sure with this. How does your hearing loss affect you? So how does your hearing loss affect you as an adult?
It's so I don't like going to like large gathering, because then you can't hear what people are saying. But fortunately, with my group of friends, it's been pretty decent because I'd know one person be like, yo, what did he say, kind of thing.
Yeah. And
they'll kind of repeat it, and it'll be like, and they don't get tired of me asking, which is what I'm super grateful for, But then it's like people still notice that you have a hearing loss, or they'll just look at you,
Yeah.
But I just think before it's like I was embarrassed of it, and now I'm just like, own it.
Yeah.
And when you own it with confidence, especially with confidence, it's like no one can say anything.
Of course.
No one can make you feel a certain type of way.
Absolutely, I agree.
100%.
And confidence is sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Very sexy.
Exactly.
Were you ever worried about my reaction before we met about you wearing hearing aids?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I think whenever I used to kind of date, I'd kind of disclose it relatively early, so that it didn't know, like, so I don't get embarrassed afterwards.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So if I say, because obviously we matched online, so you don't know how I'm going to sound, I don't know how you're going to sound, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear you, because with my hearing, the higher the pitch, the harder I can hear.
Okay, right.
So if there's a deeper voice, I can hear it very well.
Right.
Which is a shame because I'm straight. Do you know what I mean?
I remember you said that to me when we first met.
Mm.
You were like, well, high-pitched voices, it's hard for me, but deeper voices is what's like a lot easier for me to hear.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, but...
Exactly.
Okay. How have you taken any negatives and turned it into positives?
I've used like a lot of the, for example, I feel like the bullying, the intimidation, and all of these things, I kind of use it as a way to kind of be like, there's something in that you see that I haven't yet seen?
Yes.
Because it's like, why am I target? Just
Yeah.
because I'm wearing hearing aids, like it's gonna be something more than that.
Yeah.
So I kind of used that as like, all right, cool, watch me then. And so then whatever I do now, I put my 100% all into it, and try and make something out of it. Despite the whole education system failing me, the teachers not being there, the families were unaware, or still unaware. Despite all of that, I just thought, just carry on. I'll prove whoever doubted me, and whoever is doubting me wrong. And so, I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna start, and I don't let that define who I am. My hearing loss, I don't let that define who I am. I feel like, what it is in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There was a basketball game, and Will Smith was doing really good with basketball, but then the other guy who he's playing against is like, he's got a kid, and he's like, I don't let this ball define who I am.
Right.
I let this define who I am. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't let my hearing aid define who I am.
Right, of course.
I let my head define who I am.
Oh, I get it. Because I got a kid, I'm some kind of charity case? Well, let's get something straight, homie. My situation does not define who I am. I define who I am. Look, I'm better than good. Till I break my ankle, that is. Then I ain't worth a dime. I'm not dependent on this. I'm dependent on this.
And so with that, it's like, okay, I'm going to learn what I need to learn, do what I need to do, and I'll make something of myself, irrespective of my setbacks.
Yes.
And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to make this video, because I'm tired of seeing like videos of couples who are just like, it's all great. Yeah. It's all, everything's great. And I don't want to come across like we're 100% great. Like I suffer with mental health, more, I'm admitting it more now than before, but I still want to carry on, I just want to be transparent, and there's not a lot of transparency.
No.
And so I want to put it out there like, look, everyone goes through it. You're not alone. But I think people just need to be mindful of, you don't know what the other person's going through. So let's say if there's somebody that's, kind of like just lashing out, angry or whatever, just leave them to it. Because that's the other thing I've learned. When kids are angry, I've learned this recently, when kids are angry, 99.9% of the time, they're, going through some serious bullying at school. Do you know what I mean? They're going through something. That's why they're lashing out. That's why they're angry. So it's like, just leave them to it. Like, not leave the kids to it, but whoever's going through anything, just kind of be mindful of what you say to them. Bullying, all these things, it's not acceptable.
No, it's really not.
Because, people can commit suicide.
Yeah. It's really serious. It just takes me back to things I've seen at school and the amount of bullying that used to happen,
Yeah.
And teachers not taking it seriously.
And they're never taking it seriously.
And then, especially for us, obviously, our age group and how it was for our school time.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like now, but it's more, the teachers are more, I feel like back then, it was just like, oh, just go and play. Just go sort of thing, like you're bothering the teachers.
But because of what we've learned and what we've seen in our time, we don't want to be making those same mistakes going forward.
Definitely.
And that's another reason, like, I want to put this out there, like, I know this, potentially could, be seen by a lot of people, but you know what, like, I came with nothing, I'll die with nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So this, again, doesn't define who I am.
No.
Mental health is mental health, not to belittle it, but it is what it is. Don't let it define who you are.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you, baby.
To talk about your hearing loss, to talk about your mental health and the struggles that you had growing up and the struggles up to this present day. And I just think you're so brave.
But you know what? It's again, it's like the black wife effect, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Prior to you, I did have some confidence, but with you, you've kind of like made me feel secure. Obviously, I need to feel secure within myself. You can't make me feel secure. Like that's my own work. But you kind of made it even more like gave me a secure blanket, like even more double blanket kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of made me feel like, you know what, I can. Do you know what I mean? So it's like going to carnivals and all that. Do you think I could have done that without you?
Yeah.
Hell no. Do you know what I mean? So you also allowed me to kind of be safe.
And same with you. You bring out the best in me. You know, and I think we are such a balance.
Yeah.
And
but we bonded over like traumas.
We did. We definitely bonded over traumas.
Deaths and all kinds of stuff.
The things that we've been through. And I think that's what brings us together and brings us so close together, because we've been through a lot. And, you know, we want to share it with you all. And for you
kind of be transparent as well.
Yeah.
You know.
And for you to relate to us and share things that you've been through.
Yeah, if you feel like, you know, look, we want to, you know, we feel like we connected with you guys a lot more. You know, like
Definitely.
I can remember certain names in my head. You know what I mean? When we responded to comments, I can remember. I'm like, yeah, that person commented before.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever, you know, have you been through something similar, whatever, anxiety, anything, you know, drop it down in the comments below. Like, you know, you're not alone.
Yeah, definitely not alone. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.